You know how, as an expert misfit, when you do an intake with a prospect or a client and you're trying to figure out what the real problem is so you can create the right solution, I want you to flip it around on its head when it comes to the next challenge in front of you, the next thing that you're wrestling with. Why can't I grow my business? Or how come I can't seem to increase my rates with my clients? Or how is it that I am so busy and I don't have time to do the important things for myself, my life, my business, whatever gnarly challenge you're running into, okay? Do the same thing that you do for your clients, which is get clear on what's really happening, right? What's really the problem here? Now, here's a little bit of a twist on this. I was talking to one of our Misfit members the other day. Wonderful, wonderful member who's doing incredible work. And I said to him, I said, I don't understand why you're not more successful than you are already, which is kind of a hard thing to say to somebody. I wasn't saying it to be pejorative, to be mean-spirited, or to goad this person. I was like legitimately curious. Like he's created his own category. Nobody else is doing what he's doing. There's a huge total addressable market. He's got the chops. He's got incredible I mean, the guy has everything. And he's successful, but he's not successful at the level that he wants to be or deserves to be. So I was like, we were having a strategy call together, and I was like, okay, what's going on here? And so what I did with him, what I'm going to do with you right now, is I got him to just put on the table everything that's in his head, like all of the thoughts that he was experiencing. I don't mean just like I got to go, to go the supermarket and get milk this afternoon. Like what I got him to dump with me in real time, and this is what I want you to do. We'll talk about the call to action at the end of this. Like, what are all of the thoughts that are going on in his head that are creating just so much cognitive load that it's hard to think creatively. It's hard to think expansively. It's hard to notice the blind spots that are keeping us stuck. Okay. So much easier if like we were working together inside of Misfits, but let's just do it here in this video. It's an easy process. And I'll walk you through what I did with him, give you a little bit of a sidebar metaphor kind of thing to help you understand why it works, and then we'll take off from there. The thing about this member that might be impacting you is that he has big goals. He definitely has the capabilities. He's got a beautiful offer, but he's stuck. And I realized he was stuck because he had all this other head trash going on that, the brain, they always say like the brain uses the most calories in your body during a day. Just thinking burns a lot of calories. Well, his brain was burning so many calories because he had all this head trash. He had doubt about whether he could grow the business the way he wanted it to. He had legitimate money stress because he wants to provide for his family and have a great life for them. And they do have a great life, but he wants more for them. As I'm sure you do, you want more for your life. Maybe you have a family too. Maybe they count on you. And so what we did together is we took all of those worries and thoughts and we just put them on a sheet of paper. If you do that today, just put together a sheet, and you can't just you cannot just think your way out of this. You have to put it on a piece of paper. Empty your head. If you just put all the other things that are like really going on in your mind that are grinding your gears, if you just put it on a piece of paper, you will instantly feel 20 to 30% lighter and freer. because your brain is not meant to be holding on to 10,000 thoughts all at once, especially thoughts that your brain is trying to solve for, because the brain is always in problem solution mode. And just that act of doing that with this member really, really helped him. We got clear. And all of a sudden, the breakthrough ideas started like popcorn. He started thinking more expansively about his business. He started to realize that he was undervaluing himself and the way he showed up to prospects. This guy's like a rock star. You're a rock star. Are you underselling yourself? Probably. And you can change that. Do what I helped this member do. And he said, I just feel so free. I said, you're going to feel a lot freer, because I gave him some assignments to come back with some new offers for a prospect that he was courting, because he was just completely not thinking as expansively about what he could do for them and his value as he should. And sure enough, within 24 hours, he came up with the most gorgeous offer, the most gorgeous set of solutions. And he sent it to me, and I got goosebumps. But then an hour later, before I even had a chance to reply to him inside of Slack, inside of our bomb Slack channel, he said, actually, I have even better ideas. Let me send those to you. And then he sent me a whole new set of solutions that he plans to offer this prospect that were even better than the first version, that were 10 times better than what he was thinking about doing when we got on that first call together. And this all happened in 24, 48 hours. Why? Because we emptied the brain. And here's the stupid metaphor to explain why this works. So last night, it's about 100 degrees here in Richmond. It's very hot. And last night, my wife comes up from upstairs and she says, honey, I think that the air conditioner is not working downstairs. And I was like, I think it is, but let me just go confirm. Go downstairs. I could tell that it was working, but it wasn't cooling the house the way it should. Now, I'm not Mr. Handy, but I had a stupid aha moment. I said, I bet our filters need changing. Sure enough, I opened up the filters and they were dusty and dirty. And I put in new filters, and all of a sudden we had airflow again. All of a sudden the house got cooler. Those air filters are like our brains, our minds. When we have so much soot and dirt and dust of thoughts that are plaguing us all the time, we can't think creatively and expansively. And a simple way to start clearing out that filter is just by putting those thoughts on a piece of paper. The moment you do that, you're going to feel 10 to 20% better. And you may notice that a lot of those thoughts that are keeping you up at night, that are clogging your beautiful brain, your Einstein mind, they're solvable, or they don't even really matter. But because they're still up here, they feel unwieldy, and it's hard to get to the bigger, better ideas. So I've already gone on too long, Misfits, so I'll wrap up this video by saying, if you feel stuck, if you're not feeling like your business is going where you want it to go, instead of trying to solve for that immediately, come up with a new marketing strategy or whatever, maybe, but before you do that, clear the air filters, empty the thoughts that you have on paper, problem solve, push them up to the side. You'll feel so much lighter, and then you'll be able to tap into more of your amazing mind to come up with creative solutions. If you loved this video or even half liked it, stick around. There's so much more that we get to work through together. All right, Misfit, talk soon.